Bernard Vincent D., Congressman Nograles, mga kababayan ko, may hapon ko ninyong tanan. I was going over this, di man guwapo. No, I may or I may not read this speech, but I have to remove the gums from my mouth. Coming over here, I pass by Davao Light, and sometimes you get struck by nostalgia. And I was left turn ako dito, nakita ko itong Abreeza. And I was wondering what would have happened to Davao City were it not for the enterprising family of Oboites. Dumating kami dito mga 1949. 50s. And we were still small children, and we could hear, I'm sure some of you who are still around, marinig pa namin yung siren every 5 o'clock. Nagtumutunog yan, signaling the dismissal time for everybody. And yung tunog ng planta na yan, rinig na rinig buong bayan as far as Times Beach noon. Wala pa naman mga masyadong sakyan. So the decibels were quite very low in the entire community, so that lalo na bata ka pa yun, the keen sense of hearing. At nakita ko kung wala ang Aboites, paano kaya tayo ngayon? And so also with the Ayala, the family. Were it not for their vision to create another beautiful city, it's now Makati, what could have been the developments by then and now? Ito yung mga tao na gumagamit talaga. There's no doubt about it. They are imbued with the sense of responsibility sa kapwa-tao nila. Maybe because along the way, you get some pera, marami na, and you begin to think of what will happen when you die. Hindi mo naman madala sa langit, lalo na sa impyerno. Kukunin ni Satanas yan. So, you embark on something that is not really for people to remember you, but your own sense of fulfillment in your life in this universe. Yung fulfilled ka. And this may be the driving force of these guys in their mind, uppermost, that we have to give back something also who created us in the process. I give you this power, we all work, you buy it from us, we become rich. We have the lands in Makati, we sell it, but we build a strong community and a beautiful city for that matter, which is now the thriving place, the capital of where the money is. It revolves around that area. So, ganun ang perception ko. And sabi nga ni Manny, institutional yan. Siguro kung ma-implement ni Manny yan, just to build the structure. Actually, importante sa countryside is really refrigeration to preserve their product. And the food terminal, sabi nga niya, depot. So we can stock their supplies until the day na there's a good price for it. There is a, kasi, it's hard for governance. Governance is really very hard to, kasi minsan, there is importation. So it really depends on the supply of the law and demand. That's basic and economic. Problem is, kung nagmamura ang importation, ang tao, especially the low income or talagang halos lahat, bibili tayo talaga sa mura. And the imported one, sometimes there's a huge difference between the price of imported rice and the ones that they produce. So we have to strike a happy balance there. So sometimes I get invited to the demonstrations of how many hectares can produce so many if handled properly. If the technology is there and government is very active, walang problema yan. But then again, the looming importation of rice, because ngayon wala namang bawal, you can import rice. Even my sons and daughters, they can do business. It's allowed. But there are times, critical times, that we have to stop it. During the harvest time sa Nueva Ecija, I ordered Secretary Pino, sabi ko, stop the importation. So there was this outcry of importers. And of course, the Filipino people. Sabi mo, bakit Mayor, bakit tuan mo to na mas mura man, bakit mo pabilihin kami? But then you are faced also with strangling the industry. Wala na silang pag-asa na kumita pa. Because then the competition would be there. Ngayon, kung walang supply galing sa labas, sabi ko kay Manny, bilihin mo na lang lahat. Para mas madali. Hindi na yung ipabili pa nila. You just buy it and keep it in the mga warehouses natin para wala masyadong less bloody. So those are the things that I have to consider when I make a decision. Sometimes, yung mga, lalo na itong mga sinasabi niya na middleman, kung hindi mo naman bigyan, most of them are also already have. So, they build at least may contribution yan society. And most of them are really yung mga middle class. So that are the things that you have to balance. And you go to the economic managers called Dominguez, whether this would be right or wrong, and then you have to strike a happy balance. Then you get the criticisms. You are praised by one group and heavily criticized by another. Because in this life, in governing, you cannot really please them all. So something has got to give. Life is the art of compromise and accommodation. Somebody has to bear it. In this case, kami, wala man kaming magawa because there are things that we have to do. Because you just have to do it. Parang gano'n. So itong rice sufficiency, this was really a part of the three basic fundamentals that I was uttering when I was campaigning. I was early with my speeches, even during the debates, simply because I just said, well, I promise you that I will remove corruption. Corruption talaga mawala yan. Just give me the third. On the third year, mag-level na yan into normal. Talagang hihirit ako dyan, without mercy. Basta corruption, zero tolerance. I just say, resign. Just resign. For those guys who have been using money of the government, just easily going in and out for travel upon the invitation of pasisino lang mga seminar, and they are easy really just to, some of them not getting a permit and wasting the money of the people. I have to ask them to resign. If at all, kung gusto ko man, kukunti lang ang those important meetings. Not just yung basta na lang na there's a seminar about whatever, about farming, about corruption, about business. Hindi natin pera yan eh. And there are a lot of them lined up for next week to be fired. Those who went out of the country to waste the money without the permission of the authorities, in this case the president, they have to go. But I don't make public my dismissals. Para naman, just to spare them of the humiliation. Yan ang talagang sinasabi ko. When I said na walang corruption, wala talagang corruption. Hipahiyain kita, I will undress you before the public. Huhubaran talaga kita, yan ang sakit ko. Pahiyain kita. So when I say to you, you resign, go out silently para walang less bloody para sa atin. Now, second is itong drugs. If the human rights are thinking that Trump or whoever, the human rights can stop me, I'm sorry. The drug problem, if it becomes worse again, the police has to enter the picture. I want it eradicated if possible. Wala akong ano dyan. It's an organized crime. Shabu drugs is an organized crime. The act of one is the act of all. The liability of one is the same liability for all. Ang problema kasi ito, a lot of us never really understood the problem about drugs. Drug is a merchandise for the poor. Kaya magsabi sila, bakit Duterte maraming namatay na mahirap, walang malalaki? Walang malalaki kasi ang mga malalaki mayaman, they do not use shabu because they know it will drive them into insanity forever. It's a chemical. Hindi kagaya ng cannabis, heroin, cocaine. It's a poppy. It's organic. It will not really destroy the brain just that overnight. But itong shabu is a chemical mixed, very deadly. It shrinks the brain. At pag ikaw ang tinamaan ng shabu, goodbye to your life. So you create insane people and you slaves. You turn citizens into slavery to ache for a chemical every day. And when the monkey rides at your back at makatinay ang katawan mo, you have to look for it. If you do not have the money, you have to steal. If you do not have the money, you have to kill. And after eating it, or ingestion, you go around raping women, ilan na for the past few weeks. Raping the woman and burning the body. And not even itong human rights, kawala-walang silbi itong mga kagaya noon, they came very late. I'm not condemning the Maranao. It's part of my heritage. I'm condemning the terrorists for capturing the women there. Many of them already skeletons when recovered. But they were being hostage and raped every day in the last days of their life. Wala. Yan lang ang reaksyon nila. So, what is the use of the reaction? Can it, ako kasi naniwala sa retribution. Ako yung eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Marami kaming abogado, mamili ka lang. There's the positivist theory, there's the retribution theory. Positivist is that they can be rehabilitated and with care and love, they can go back to the mainstream of society. Sa akin hindi. Pag nakasala ka, magbayad ka. Kung ang buhay kinuha mo, binastos mo, wala kang karapatan dito sa akin. Depende kasi sa leader. I just happen to believe in the retribution Kasi ako nung maliit pa, pag nagkasala, retribution talaga yan. I kneel before the altar twice a week. Almost thrice. Nakadupayan sabay palo. Kasi yung nanay ko ngayon, kung buhay pa yun, demandado talaga yun sa child abuse. Kaso, patay na eh. But I loved my mother. Baka siguro nga ganito ako, in spite of my being, hindi ako nagyayabang. Sabi nila, hindi totoo yan. Well, you asked the, ako lang ang kandidatong presidente nagpa-hostage. Sila? Anong ginawa nila? Ako, I endured the hostage situation for 2 days. Just to see that everybody was. Kaya kung magsalita ka lang, I'm not saying that I'm a coward nor brave. What I'm saying is that I am really very dedicated to my oath of office. Wala akong pinagyabang na matapang ako. Hindi nangyari yun. Of course, kung nakasaksak ako, di siyempre, arigluhin ng nanay ko yan. Gago. There is no record. Of course, there's no record. Because I had parents then. Yun ang, akala naman lang kasi bubu ako. They forgot that once upon a time, I was a vice mayor. And the job of a vice mayor is to preside over meetings and over whatever organizational things that you have to do because you are the presiding officer. Yung picking lang Sabi na, you did it great. Araw-araw ko ginagawa yun. Hindi ako mag-perfect. Barong. Slappy daw ako. Anak na. You know, that was a kusot para sa masa. I call it kusot masa yan. Kasi magtutok and they would tell you the truth. If you go to the vendors dyan sa Tutuban, doon binili ng asawa ko yan. And you can ask them, kayong mga journalists, you can validate them. Doon talaga binili yan. Kaya talagang kunot. Tawag din sa mga, mayaman, kunot, mayaman. Ako naman dito, kunot, masa. Kasi wala man. I dress not to please anybody. I dress myself to be comfortable. Kaya bihira akong mag-Amerikana. One is that it is not an attire for the Filipino. Mainit yung yawa na yan. Anak lang. In summer or winter, it's really very hot. I cannot imagine why. Well, in winter maybe. But barong, kaya lang pino-fold ko. That's the problem. Sino naman nagturo sa akin yan? Di ba, malala mo si Ramos? Anong ginagawa sa barong niya? Di ba ginaganon? He folds it to a 3/4. Di ako rin. Kasi kung mahaba, mahirap maggalaw. Gisi. Kasi yung mga alam mo na, everybody wants to dress as you up. So, they make the barongs and try this one. Sometimes it's too tight. Yung amin doon sa was yung mga barong namin, ginawa yun ng mga, tight. Bilihan niya. But that's part of the territory of yung mga ganitong events. So, hayaan mo na, nagkapera naman yung kapwa-tao natin. They design the barong and they compete and it's awarded whoever makes it. But they don't measure you. They just go ahead and estimate, tapos pagsuot mo, kaya litsing ito. Ginapod ko. I am there presiding not to please any state figure, to to please the prime ministers and the president. Of course not. I go there and I want to please myself. Dito ako komportable. Ngayon lang ako since when did yung nag-Amerikana. Kaya baka pag namatay ako, dress me up with the coat and tie. Kasi minsan magtingin ako sa mga funeraria, especially when I make the rounds. If I go to the funeraria, I have to visit all chapels. You just cannot go into one dead friend and alis na ako. So, bisitahin mo yun. Sometimes it takes me 4 hours to finish. Hindi ka naman punta doon para magtingin lang. Siyempre, baski na pakunwari na lang. Anong nangyari? Then, meron kang ibay kunti. I'm sorry. Sa bagay, matanda naman. Usually, pag sa 90 years old, gusto ko na sabihin, iyak-iyak ka pa dyan, pasalamat ka na nga. Kapahingan yung tao. Pero wala mang tumatanggap ng gano'n. Sige, kawa naman. Did he suffer? Sus Maria Josep. So minsan, makita mo, tingin ka dito, tingin ka. At one time, siguro, mga 3 occasions, pag gano'n ko nakita ko yung barong, pareho sa akin yung burda. Sabihin ko doon sa yaya ko, tapon mo na yan. Yan rin, kinakita ko na yan. Pero pag gano'n mo, ang barong ko ito. So these are the vignettes of life, I would call it. That really makes your persona. So, but I work hard, kami ni Manny, for the country. Matanda na kami. Wala na, bas kinakawin namin yung isang bodegang bigas. Anuhin mo namin yung kainin namin? It's the last mile for us. After that, paunahan na lang kami ni Manny sa... We know that limited stock na kami. Very limited na, and we are on deck sa pre-departure. At ito, butit na lang si Manny nang survive. He got sick he was very serious. Pneumonia. Butit na lang, lumusot. He was already scouting for a new... I was about to visit him. Sabi ko, how sick is he? Very sick. He's in the hospital. Huwag na tayo magpunta doon. You might compromise. Pagka nandyan sa magdala ka pa ng... Huwag na lang. Napos, he was on the second week, nasa hospital pa, wala na. Necrological ng sunod nito. Buti is still fine, up and about, and ready. So, ganun lang. I want to share thoughts. I do not want to... Kaya, in fairness, to do justice to the guy who wrote this, 3 pages, yung pangatlo, wala bang... So, I will just read the last page. Pagbigyan naman para... I hope that the TienDa Farmers and Fisherfolks outlet will open doors for greater opportunities for our kababayans towards a better and brighter future. Let us strive to make this happen. But first of all, yung sense of responsibility ng kapwa mo tao. In the same manner that there are now so many Filipinos who have grown up to be adults without that sense of accountability. Yan ang mahirap. And that came about in droves when we lowered, hindi sana you lowered yung instead of 12, ginawa ng 15. Pero ang talaga doon, there is one single person who's responsible for all of this. For his short-sightedness, he created a monster. He's my friend. I owe him a debt of gratitude. Kayang Mayor Inday na yan, she was grade 4. Siyempre, isang babae lang yun noon. Ngayon, dalawa na kay may ibang asawa na naman. So, sabi niya, anak, anong gusto mo kung birthday mo? Sabi niya, gusto kong makasama si Sharon Cuneta pa. Kasi yun ang ano niya, magkain kami. So, tinawagan ko si ano. So, no, Sharon accommodated us. So, for that alone, for making my daughter happy, intang utang na loob. The problem is, he does not want to acknowledge it. Yung lowering pegging rather, the age at 15, at mahuli, labas ka agad. Labas-pasok sila araw-araw. Not even a minute of a lecture, what are the responsibilities or the accountability of a citizen. Lumaki ito, matagal na yan. They'll go in and out. And with the advent of drugs, yun. Alam nila, pasok labas sila. Ngayong, ano na sila, hindi na madala. And wayward na. Talagang, shabu, ang market niyan ang mahirap. Hindi yan para sa mga mayaman. Hindi yan para doon sa mga taga-Fisherfolks, Dasmariñas. Wala yan. Yung mga professional sa maraming mga engineers na doktor. Kumihirit yan sila ng cocaine. Marijuana is really a popular drugs among the middle class. Pero hindi nakakasira ng utak. Itong shabu, sabi na si Duterte, bakit namamatay puro mahirap? Kasi ang market, ang activity, nandyan lang sa Tondo, sa Daca. Wala man yan dyan sa iba, if at all. So yan ang explanation dyan. At kung masabi sila na these are the small fish, magpatay ka naman ng mayor. Sabihin mo, you murdered the mayor. And so, he's a big shot. Ano gusto ninyo? Balyena? Unless the billionaire starts to snip. Ngayon, talaga, ba't sino mga magagawa niyan? Kaya yan ang problema ko sa masa. That's why there's a rage in kasi mahirap na, idiin mo pa. Sabi ko nga, lalo na yung nasa labas, ang mga nanay, pati tatay, once a mother leaves the family home, it becomes dysfunctional. Pag umalis ang tatay, dysfunctional yan. Pag nag-alis ang tatay, pati nanay, sigurado yan, dysfunctional. Ang bata, iniiwan sa lolo't lola who can no longer supervise them, take control of their activities in and out of the house. So, pagdating nung galing doon, and they have to endure a very hard life. It's a uniform complaint. No specific country, anywhere. Pinapakain sila ng tira. They're allowed only to sleep 3 to 4 hours. Then they are used 6. Because it's allowed. In other cultures, when you are a slave, bought from the slave markets of Africa, or you are paid, with it goes sexual abuse. Ganon ang kultura. Tapos ganon na lang ang hirap nila, and they endure all this thing, sending the money. Kaya naman yan dyan, alam nila kung sino yung may regular remittances. Yun ang dinidikita nila. Pagka ganon, pag-uwi ng tatay pati nanay, in spite or despite of their sacrifices, their efforts, their sacrifice are put to a naught. Kaya ako galit. That's why I said, do not destroy my country because I will destroy you. Do not destroy the youth of my land. Because mahirap man tayong lahat. Pagtanda ko, sino magbili ng antibiotics ko kung manimonya ako? Kagaya kay Manny. Buti isyo, kaya 3 man asawa niya, mamili lang siya kung sino ang... Ako, 2 lang. Sino magpakain sa amin ng lugaw, magsusubo? Who will pay for the oxygen that we need? Who will pay for the hospital? Sweldo namin, ang pensyon namin sa gobyerno. Me, I can be hospitalized, saan? Cardinal Santos yung hospital ko. Maybe 7 months. After that, dissipated yan. Police, ordinaryong employee, makano ba ang pensyon mo, gratuity mo? Yung SSS, makano? Hindi mo kami ng bidisina. Kaya talang sabi ko, whether we go bankrupt someday. Ayaw ni ang mga managers, lahat, ayaw ko lang sabihin. Ayaw nila, yung basta yung connected sa finance, sa cabinet, objected. You know, inuberol ko sila, sabi ko, hindi mo kabili na hypertension lang na medisina, mahal na. Tapos ganunin mo ang Pilipino. Saan ang pupunta Pilipino ngayon? Magsagot ang human rights, sila ang magbili sa medisina. Sila ang magbili ng kabaong. Magpunta ba sila doon may kandila? Of course, I know na in war, mayroon talaga nangyari. And these things will be investigated. But do not automatically condemn governments because hindi naman tayo lahat puro gago ng you elect or you choose insane people. Our mouths must be different. Pero we are in this governance. So again, we would like to thank the corporate, hindi yung sabihin mayaman, the corporations who have the sense of responsibility for their fellow men. Now, they are contracting with certain farmers so that bilhin nila lahat. And how about all the farmers doing their thing and selling it to? But of course, there's always the competition. Remember, para na tayong free trade and everything, it will be more profound in the years to come. We have to compete. That is why production is the secret. So, ang production mo pareho sa kanila, then they have to choose. You can only convince, bilhin mo na lang yung Pilipino, pareho lang din ang presyo. Parang ganun ang... So, it is how Pinule works now until the last day of my term to institutionalize this. Naingat. Sino may dumadaan dyan? Nandito yung presidente. Karami naman. Why do not do that? Do you hear me using the idiotic siren? Tawagan mo siya, putang ina, ingay. Tupan nila. It's irritating. Wala na ba, yun ang, may I do it, ha? Do not do it. I just ride, pick up hanggang ngayon. Pick up lang ako dyan sa labas. Same pick up that I used when I was, well, really, when I became mayor in 1988. At hindi ako nagsasiren. Except yung mga magagandang girlfriends ko dumadating at late ako sa baka sasakay uli sa aeroplano. Kailan pagbaba nila nandoon ka na. So, hindi ko type yan gano'n. So again, I would like to thank for helping the Filipino. At sa inyo naman, kayo na nakikinig rin sa akin, nawala pala kayo. Istorya mo lang yan. Really, really. Yung ibig sabihin, yung bad jokes. The good ones talagang totoo yan. And I said, there's no change. Yung drugs, they're wasting their time. They are really wasting their time. If you want me to stop it, then kill me. Period. Or oust me. Tapos. At least wala na akong duty. I'm freed of that sworn obligation to protect the people and preserve the Republic of the Philippines. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we request the President for a photo opportunity with the farmer representatives, Ayala Corporation family, Department of Agriculture family, and local government officials in 4 batches. Please come as called. The farmer representatives with blue stickers, batch 1. Batch 2, Ayala Corporation family with orange stickers, please stand by.
Para sa pagbabago, sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon.
Batch 2, Ayala Corporation family with orange stickers. Thank you very much, batch 1.
Tayo na, Pilipinas. Tayo na, magbago.
Batch 3, please stand by.
Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, batch 2. Batch 3, the Department of Agriculture family with green stickers.
Tunay na pagbabago.
Batch 4, local government officials with pink stickers, please stand by.
Masdan mo ang paligid, alamak mga krimen, rape, droga at mga nakawan, dapat nga mapigilan. Tayo na, Pilipinas. Tayo na, magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako.
Thank you very much, batch 3. Batch 4, local government officials with pink stickers.
Para sa tunay na pagbabago.
Why am I here? I am here because I love my country and I love the people of the Philippines.
Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo. Together, para sa tunay na pagbabago.
Thank you, Mr. President, for taking your precious time with us. We really appreciate your presence this evening. A big round of applause for the President. Dagang salamat sa mong pinanggang na Presidente. Mabuhay po kayo, Presidente Duterte. The President is also invited for a tour of the TienDa booths located at the exhibit area. May we request everyone to please stay at their respective seats until the President has left the venue.
Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon sa piling mo. Di ko mawawala ang korupsyon.
May we request everyone to please stay at their respective seats until the President has left the venue.
Hawak kamay tayo para sa pagkasenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Masdan mo ang paligid, alamak mga krimen.
Yun ang maganda.
This is the winning chocolate.
Malabo siya sa plastic, no?
Look at the package. Top 50 beans in the world.
I'm interested in going to open a small window sa Eastern Europe.
Russia, sir. Open it.
Baka magpunta ako kung open tayo.
Yes, sir.
Sa small window. Hey, ma'am. Gusto ko kanta ka pa sa Davao?
Mr. President, produkto na to sa Carmen. Organic na organic. Produkto na to, Mr. Secretary, sa pagpakit. Akin isa ng kwan, ang original na kwan. Oo, original siya. Original siya. Hindi itong hybrid na nagpo. Sir, did you know that we are importing 50% of our peanuts?
Wait. Huwag yapon. Huwag yapon maging competitive.
Yes, sir.
Supply lang. If enough supply, then you can maintain the cost.
Kailangan increase production. Lower the
Luto
cost.
na yan.
Candelario.
Yan ang hilig ko eh. Alam yan. Go! Ikaw yun. Yung oil. Kapag sir,
Sir,
QC.
si Larry Mikulog, ang pangalan eh, Candelario.
Candelario.
Ito pa Larry, Candelario na ito. Sir, China is ordering from him. Kulang na to.
Sabi nga na si Jinping eh. This is product we're buying. Kulang.
Larry, what variety?
Halo-halo ito. May puyat.
Two days a week, sir. Ayala is allowing us to
Meron tayong vacuum pump. Last piece na
Thank you, sir.
yan.
Lari, mag-ikaw na kayo. Ayala, variety. Oh, may pa.
Kami ito nag-start dito sa Rizal Dior. Dito start yung sa una. Mag-start kitain on siya. Salamat kayo. Punta lang
Oras tayo naman. Kani mo? Nilog na rin. Kasi sabi na ang may cancer. Whatever it is.
Sir, ito ang totoo, man. Ito ang totoo.
Yes, sir. Sa organic. Sa ano dyan mo siya, sir? Sugod ni Mayor sa ano? Sa Rizal Park. Nag-convention niya ni Rizal. And the rice.
Lutong.
Asan ang soup niya?
Sa Davao, sir po.
Supported by the Korean government, no? Opo. Supported by the Korean government.
Ano yung maruya? Ako?
Organic rice, ba?
Brown rice.
Sobrato na ko ito.
Organic na yung dili organic.
Ay, kanay. Lisod.
Dili, oh, kita.
Ano? Ay. Ay, isa.
Dili, oh, kita, dili.
Kira, matras mo na ron.
Ano si? Sa loob ko rin sa chan, ha? Full ground ko.
Para reverse ka? Reverse?
Pomelo, sir. Ay, pomelo. Honey juice, sir. Honey chocolate. Honey galing pomelo.
Ay, sorry. Ayaw. Ay, nila.
Pati balera ko din ang talong.
Ha?
Balikan ko ng talong.
Baliktad. Yan. Ayaw. Ayaw. Ayaw.
Sir, na ibang yun, sir.
Mga sir. Mas maipis na ito ng
Lin.
Kung market dito.
Lin.
Ma'am Lin, pagkuhan. Isa na gawas rin.
Happy birthday. Birthday,
Kayo lang ka, guwapo ka. Asa dapit? Mayugan? Pilay porsyento silpili dire. Sa mga yawa. Kung nang mamahal, kay mga ayaw, masod sila. Ako, nasod niya, sir.
Kini ang atong success story. This cooperative sa mga base sa Davao town. They are already exporting. Export sila sa Europe, export sa South Korea. They're exporting. Yeah. Ang libo na sir, ang mga OFW sa nag-finance farmers na daw. Kanya ang production sa farmers, ibaligyan ko sa OFW sa Dubai. So nabugin ka mga OFW. Now we're exporting this to yung mga pati sa Amerika na kapunod sa actually we're exporting rice already. Kaya value na. Organic rice. Si Director kasi sir, sa region. Ako kinitao sir. Kini sa stock sa mga pilaan, natin mga tibuli.
Asa na yun?
Sir, ang ating i-finance na itong mga tibuli. We financed the tibuli. They planted the traditional rice variety. Now they're harvesting. This is the first harvest, sir. Ang hihimo na mo, sir, pagpulo sila, giling up na mo sa tungkos ko. Tungkos ko karong kapalit sa iyo. Yan na naman. Organic, sir, organic. Ito pa ito, lang.
sir, white watermelon.
Pwede na sila na. Ano lang, dapat yan, basta magkano. Bukas. Bukas ka? Bukas ka? Dito ka mag-
Tawagan nila din sa sir.
Gusto na sa press ko. Pwede nito mag-bukas ka.
Dito ka na kasi sa presidente ko tapos sa labas.
Punta ka sa harapan.
Sir, good evening. Sir, ang
Yes,
claim Manuel Cayon, sir, sa Business Mirror. Ang claim sa banana exporters, nag-drop ang atong world ranking sa export from number 2 to number 6. Tapos ang ilang reason is that ang Ecuadorian bananas are entering the Asian market. Tapos libre pag yun sa government daw ang shipping. So ang ila, they can compete with the Philippine bananas. So ang gusto nila, government should
subsidizing the business.
it's more on tariff daw ilang kuan that we should
The tariff is another thing. But if you start to provide the libre ang trade subsidized by government, so that's one of the things that we're trying to avoid precisely. Dito sa tariff, I really do not know how much for what country.
Japan, South Korea.
Ecuadorian banana, may backlog sila, which we are going to do.
Yung back trade nila, may tao na back trade.
Marami ang ilang trade. We will do this in Russia, sir.
Back trade yan. Tawag nila na kay front, na po kay likod. Medyo barato, sabotahe ba? Those are the things that are appropriate for discussion. Lalo na sa when is the next meeting sa saan ba yun? Layo kasi. Argentina. It's almost basta malayo.
WTO nga meeting to.
These are the things that you have to come up. Yung back trade ng tanatawag, may sikreto ba? Malayan yung front, malayan po ang likod. That's back trading.
Pero domestically, they would also ask government nga i-install na itong kuan, banana kuan. Parang government body ba to? Banana council to look into the plight of the other smaller banana.
But we're not the only one affected by that. There's a lot of countries who are producing banana also. But in many countries, for example, like sa Middle East, medyo we're coming just slightly. But dito sa Japan, pati sa China, we have good markets actually. And I said we're trying to open a small window there for Eastern Europe to Russia.
Thank you very much.
And they have promised that they would help us. But it's a competition of market. Pero yung back trade talaga, that's unfair. And subsidizing also businesses.
Sir, we will hold the first Russia-Philippine Agri and Trade Forum in Davao City in February. Para ma-engage na itong banana farmers na ito sa Russia.
We'll have a venue for that, actually.
And you will raise the
No, but
concern back trade.
better still, you get to a world forum. Kasi bawal man talaga.
That's one of the main points na i-raise sa meeting. Concern of the back trade, no? Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Sir, Ayan Melijo from Philippine News Agency. The deadline that you gave to lift martial law is December. With the developments in Marawi now, are you ready to lift the martial law declaration anytime soon?
You know, declaration of martial law is always dependent what the armed forces and the police recommends. They are the two entities that would be relied upon heavily by a president or head of state when he entertains something like extreme measures, martial law, state of emergency. Kung anong sabihin ng armed forces pati police, since they are the ones also who would be totally engaged in kung meron talagang, if there's an offing trouble there, we should give credence to it, actually. I do not think that it fabricate events. It's all for us to say. It's involving every day, especially in that corridor of Maguindanao and Marawi.
But so far, sir, have you received any reports since the martial law declaration? Have you received reports of abuses to the communities?
No. I do not believe that the soldiers were there to... Paano nila manakaw yan? I was there, and they were billeted in houses. And they were using the amenities of that house, yung refrigerator, because there was power. Ginagamit rin ng mga electric fans. And kung yan lang, I am not ready to put to task my soldiers. No, sabihin mga furniture, paano nila dalhin when they go home, they have the knapsack and makikita kasi kung saan mo ilagay yan. Ginamit nila, tama yan, kasi napunta ako several times. I went to the houses used as hospitals, emergency. I went to places where they used to confer, and I attended one using a electric fan, probably also borrowed. But I do not think my soldiers would be, alam nila yan. They are military men and they really do what is ordered of them. Yung sabi ni Hiram, tama lang yun. I was there. Paano mo nakawin yan electric pan? Saan mo ikarga? Yung pag-move out mo, ang dala mo lang, yung knapsack mo, pati baril mo. Pwede makita ka ng opisyal. Those are very large things that you cannot hide in your pocket. And I do not believe na yan, para yan lang nakawin ng sundalo.
Mayor, good evening. I'm Ruth Palo, Demanda Radyo Pilipinas. Mayor, the CPP-NPA is intensifying their tactical offensive. No? In fact, in Agusan also, there was one non-abduction incident, one police officer killed in Kalinan, another ambuscade in Bukidnon, yung 4-month baby old. Are you still pursuing the peace talks with the CPP-NPA, Mayor?
No, I am not anymore inclined to... Alam mo yung sa mga propaganda nila and even on the streets, there's a lot of streamers there and placards saying that pasista ako, ako'y graft and corruption, may 2 billion ako. Eh, kung ganun paniwala ninyo, why relate with me? What's the point? Why are you talking to me if I am a corrupt official, if I have amassed wealth, and sus, kung alam lang ninyo, I can give you an access to the bank. Wag lang yung mga kalaban ko sa politika. I can give you anytime to find out. All you have to do is write the AMLAC and allow them to push that button there. And kung ngayon, kung corrupt ako, kung pasista ako, kung mamamatay tao ako, at DDS ako, why talk to me? Goes find somebody else. Now, the reason there's an exhibition of food there, kaya mga NPA, alam mo bakit mahal? Dahil sa inyo. Kaya mga Pilipino, dapat maintindihan ninyo yan. Bakit mahal? Kasi ang NPA may extortion. Pati yung mga farmers na babayad, dagdag yan doon sa presyo. Dati, maniwala ko yung NPA na yan. Torpe lang talaga. Making lahat ng mga negosyante dito sinusunog yung it's providing work for the countryside and yet they are destroying the very essence of the industry. Kaya nagmahal kada pag naman ng truck maghingi tapos kaya nagmahal yung tapos they say that they fight for the people. What a lousy statement actually. Ayaw ko magipag-usap sa kanya. Hindi lang, sabi, nagpapahinga lang mga sundalo ko. But we will also go to the offensive. And I think this is the most important thing. Noon, we recognize them as legitimate rebels, but with their continued depredations and killing innocent people and even an infant of 4 months old, I'll be issuing a proclamation. I will remove them from the category of a legal entity or at least a semi-movement which would merit our attention, placing them pareho sa Amerika, terrorists. So beginning from now, wala nang rebellion because rebellion is a slight offense. It can be bailable except for the leader. We will file terrorist, murder lahat. Arson with murder. Lahat na, because I would consider them criminals already. Now, it's a great conspiracy between itong mga bayan, pati, they are in conspiracy with a rebellion going on. We will study and maybe we will have a crackdown here somewhere. Nagsasawa na ako dito sa kalukuhan nila. So, yung lahat na inyong pretending to be this, speaking for the people, yung mga quasi, ninyo dyan, legitimate, kunwari, and yet you are, I said, continuing the depredation, putting industries down, and making it hard for the people to make a living. Mahal ang pagkain, kasi kayo na humihingi pa. Patay gutom, hindi kayo magtrabaho. Kayong mga NPA na sumama na, kayong 50 years na matandaan na kayo, ay just surrender. Surrender ngayon, may bahay ako na maibigay sa inyo, may trabaho akong, pero magtrabaho kayo. I will not just pay you for indolence there. I will take you in government, but you have to work. just like any other Filipino working every day to earn his keep. Pero wala nang istorya. We will consider them terrorists, ordinary brigands, and no more about principles there. You are not fighting for any principle. My God. Killing a 4-year-old infant?
4 months.
4 months old infant? And you say that you are a revolution? Ang pinakaano mo lang, magsabi mo, we are sorry, we forgive. You know, that is an intentional act. It is not an accident. Bago sabihin, hindi mo alam yan na may disgrasya yung bata na matay. You know, when you fire at government vehicles or anyone for that matter, somebody else's vehicle, there's always the danger. It's a malicious act. There is the intent to kill. That's why it's an ambush. Therefore, according to law, you are responsible for all the unintended, pati intended victims. There is pure malice there, criminal intent. That is what the law says. Or what is how it interprets. How it...
With that proclamation, Mayor, can by December walang SOMO na mangyari? Suspension of military operations or SOMO?
No, that is another thing. But if it gets worse, then I will ask the military, are we good or are we not good? And I ask the police, kaya ninyo i-control o hindi? With lawlessness going on, and I'll ask the PDEA, for the first time, I have distanced myself from them, how is the drug industry? Is it flourishing or is it under control?
Sir Jem Avancenia, TV5. Sir, kahapon, in-announce na ni Speaker Alvarez yung initial senatorial lineup. Kasama na nga po si Congressman Nograles, sila Attorney sila Sir Tolentino, and kasama po si PCOO Yusek Moca Uson. Marami hong nag-react. Nakausap niyo ho ba si Speaker Alvarez patungkol dito?
Let the people decide. It's not a one-man story or critic. Let the people decide. Kung ginusto nila yan, then that's it. It will be honored by all, including the military and the police. Pag yan ang pinili ng Pilipino, you might not like her. Her ways might not suit your values. But if that guy or woman is elected by the people, then you have to honor that choice.
Bukod po dun sa mga na-mention na ni Speaker Alvarez kahapon, kayo ho ba meron ho kayong personal choice, yung talagang choice nyo para maging candidate for senator?
Sino yung tao makatulong sa Pilipino na bababa yung presyo ng pagkain at mayroon tayong supply na marami? Sino yung Pilipino makatulong sa kapwa niya tao? Ano was the best of the ideas? Baka yun ang mga tao na kukunin ko. Or I might also nominate them. It's a party decision, so maybe there's a give and take there.
Anyone in mind, sir?
Si Pinyol sana, pero...
Sino ba po?
I'd like to be your agriculture secretary, sir. Only.
Or Berna Romulo Puyat.
Sir, yung sa DOTR, na balitaan nyo na ho ba? Yung sa pagkahiwalay ng bagon, sir? Kasi nawawala daw yung black box. Then sabi parang meron daw...
But it would indicate sabotage or something did it intentionally. So maybe the connecting mechanisms there or equipment seems to be hindi nila makita or it's not there when it's supposed to be there. Well, that is one angle that they are trying to. But this does not this is not an excuse actually. We offer no excuse, but apologies maybe to the public for the inconvenience caused.
Sir, thank you. Sir Athena Imperial of GMA News. Sir, kadugtong lang po nung tinanong kanina, what do you think of yung plano po kay Secretary Harry Roque na senatorial candidate? Okay naman po ba siya dun sa bago niyang role ngayon sa gobyerno?
Anong tingin mo, ma'am?
Kayo po, sir.
Basta yung gusto mo, yun na yung akin.
Hindi nga, sir. Kung ano po yung tingin ninyo, mabuti po ba siyang magiging kandidato?
Mag-usap nga tayo. I'd like to talk to you after this. And the next time we make the announcement, then magsasabi ko, I'd be comfortable actually if I consult people like you.
Sir, status na lang po ng pagtutulak natin sa federal form of government. Ano na po ang status sa
We are waiting for the BBL. Actually, it's a commitment. That's the centerpiece of my campaign. Actually, it was Mindanao. Because if we are not, if you are not going to fix it, I said there is trouble. And I have been very frank with you. Ever since ang kampanya, na medyo ang tingin ko, there's a looming dark clouds also that would involve the Moro of Mindanao. Ako, commitment ko talaga yan. I gave them my word. Otherwise, kung ayaw ninyong maniwala, and if the rest of the country, then be prepared for a fractured Mindanao.
May timeline ba tayo, sir?
Wala naman, and I hope that the BBL guys, my MILF would understand that in a democracy, there is always a process. And sometimes it gets very hard to just move, and especially with the sentiments involved. Hindi naman ito automatic na boto for no or yes. But I am asking for their patience. Pero ako mismo, sinabi ko na, for the nth time, that is my personal commitment. Because I know what will happen if it is not given to them. But the most that I can really assure you is, it would be a federal system where we do not lose control. And for that one, as early as now, I am objecting to an independent regional armed forces and police. Isa lang talaga for the Republic of the Philippines. There should only be one PNP and one armed forces.
Sir,
I cannot compromise on that.
Reaction niyo po dun sa recommendation ni Secretary Manny Piñol kanina na bigyan ng bigger role ang National Food Authority bilang consolidator ng mga produkto from different regions, not just rice importing agency.
Correct. Hindi kasi yung tong national tong rice in its sa Food Authority, MFA is not under the control of the. We will talk about that, but I would like to talk to Jason. Because he's the one in control of that entity. You just do not get it and then get it away from him. Sabi mo, kunin ko yan. He must be heard. And his thoughts about an integrated food authority for all. For after all, it's the Department of Agriculture is responsible if we go hungry or we have full stomach. Pag nagkagutom-gutom tayo, look at Secretary Piñol. Siya yung sa bigas, sa lahat. Pati ulam na. He's responsible for the sustainability of the food supply. So yung food chain talaga ng Pilipinas must be at least perfected by on the third year of my administration. Revolutionary. Then we should have a revolution first. Then I will, until there is a revolution, malabo. Pero sinabi ko, you're always short change of quotations. Sinabi ko noon, and I repeat now, and I know it would not be taken into account again, I said, if things go out of control at tumagilid yung gobyerno, Yun ang predicate ko. It was not an outright statement na alam mo na, when people judge best when they condemn. So, talagang puputulin nila yung sinasabi mo. That's what I do. That's why sabi ko, hindi na ako ng media. Remember, I cut, wala na. Kasi, ang statement po, pinaghati, chop-chop yan. Only what is good for a public criticism will come out. Kaya sabi ko, ayaw ko na. Ngayon, ang pinagbigyan ko lang kayo. Then again, because they always omit the predicate. Kung tumagilid ang bayan ko, and I see revolutionaries bringing firearms on the streets, well, maybe, wag ka na magdalawang isip. I will declare a revolutionary government. Ayaw ko ng martial law. Maraming restrictions. Tuduhin ko na lang. Kaya wag mong gawain na do not do something that will cause or even attempt to topple government. Hindi ako papayag ng gano'n.
Thank you so much, sir. That ends our interview.
Bye-bye, girls. Ito siya, oh. I still have to talk to you because we must talk on the same wavelength about Roque. Okay? Alam mo, we are here because we are celebrating. Actually, ang mga Ayala owns itong Abreeza. At they have this corporate activity na diretso na ang bagsakan, sort of a terminal. They would provide the space para free para hindi na magpunta sa mga dicer. Ang mga dicer kasi pag sila ang bumili, patong ng patong, may checkpoint pa diyan may checkpoint pa diyan. Inalis ko na yan. Ang checkpoint nagpaiwan ang NPA. Bayad ka ng kaya nagmahal itong But wala masyadong less people dipping their fingers in the movement of the merchandises, food, the lesser, mas wala yung taxation ng NPA, mas mabuti. Medyo bababa. Pag nandyan yung NPA, mas mahal yung gulay. Kasi akala nila, gobyerno rin sila. Well, anyway, I'd like to thank Ayala. Kasi marami man ito na I suppose that there'll be other activities sponsored by the Ayala family. Kumplituhin ko na lang. And I would like to thank them for their social conscience, corporate conscience to help the Filipino people. Anyway, sila man rin yung ang prime movers talaga ng ating gobyerno, and it would be good if they would accommodate us, bagsakan, libre, and they will buy your products diretso. Wala na yung dicer. So, ang na lang is paano natin i-complement yung to transport. Maybe government can provide something like that. Yung kasi yung mga minsan, yung mga 4x4 na makaakyat sa bukid So, we will look into these things, but it will bring down the prices. Well, at the expense of the dicers, yung mga middlemen, that's how it is because we are trying to come up with our decision to, I said, provide the people affordable and always there food for them. But we have to balance this with the trade to all over the world. Pare-pareho, pasok lahat. Pag di tayo pumasok sa kanap, pasok dito. It's always competition. The thing there is maintain the supply para pareho mura. Then kung ikaw Pilipino, kung pareho sa Pilipino ka na bumili, makatulong ka pa. There's always the competition. But during times of harvest, which has also been criticized sa labas. Kung anong yung pag-meet namin sa ASEAN. Kasi I banned for temporarily the importation of rice because it was harvest time. Pag harvest time, sabi ko kay Secretary Peño, bilhin mo na lang lahat para hindi na mahirapan ang Pilipino. Bilhin mo na. Tapos i-stock mo lang. So that's the idea of how to help the people. Okay?
President, thank you so much.